Hey, Greg here from Liveforce. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how you complete your registration with the agency you're applying for. So on this screen, obviously, you just fill in the information to create your account. Obviously, if you're make sure you've got the right country code there when putting in your mobile number. Create a memorable password. Just make sure this has to be, sort of a strong password, which basically means it needs to include sort of a capital letter, needs to be longer than 8 sort of digits, and also include a symbol. So yeah, all good. So make sure you obviously read the terms, conditions, and privacy policy, and when you're ready, just press next. That will then actually create your account for you, and you'll see you land on this profile page, and this is what we need you to fill out before you can become an active member of the agency you're applying for. So your details, let's have a look in here. I'm going to just change my avatar. You can obviously take a photo. Do you want to see me today? There I am. Pop that up there. Good stuff. Title is important, so make sure you select that. Date of birth. Now you're going to see how ancient I am when I put this in here, but never mind. But at least you know when my birthday is, so if you ever want to send me a birthday card, that's always nice. I'm male, and then yeah, I'm just going to put in an address here. So if it doesn't come up straight away, this is just using Google Maps basically. So what you could do is try using your postcode, for example. If it's not coming up, but there you go, comes up there. I'm going to save that. Perfect. Next one is email address. So all it's going to make you do is confirm your email address. So just do that. You will have received an email. Just make sure you click the link in that email. I'll do that in a minute. And then as you can see, I've been invited to this agency called Workforce, and it's going to ask me, for some information I need to fill out to make sure they've got all that information. So the first one's employment status. Here there's two options. The agencies control this, so some might just have self-employed as an option, some might have employed, some might have both. I'm actually self-employed, and I actually do have a UTR code. That's something obviously you get from the HMRC when you register. If you don't, just leave it blank and you can always update that later on. About you, I'm not going to waste your guys' time filling this in, but make sure in your bio really sell yourself in, tell the agency about you, why you would be great for them. So just put that as a hint there. Uploading a CV, obviously some agencies want that, some don't. It's not mandatory, so if you haven't got one, just leave it blank. And then obviously these questions with a little star are the ones we need to answer. So, how far you're willing to travel. Actually, I'll do nationwide. If you've got your social links, you can add them in there. Save that. And you notice, the About You section is now ticked green. You then essentially do the other sections exactly the same. So emergency contacts, roles. This is, often the agency has different roles they're looking for. So just make sure you tick the ones you're interested in working for the agency, and then the app's going to suggest to you when they post it out on the job board roles that sort of match the ones you're interested in. So go through that list. Obviously it varies from agency to agency how long that list is, so just use a bit of time selecting the roles you're interested in. And the same with skills. Sometimes agencies have a long list of skills they want to know about you. Some only have a few. But here, just as an example, if you do have a driver's license, make sure you tick it. And it's also going to ask you to upload evidence, so supporting, so take a picture of it and when you're adding that one. So I'm going to just put in, obviously, I've been DBS checked, and I've got my fire safety training as well. There we go. So you see those two are green. Attributes, again, different agencies you're applying to, they're going to want to know different things about you. So this list will vary per agency. But yeah, as you can see here, it's very easy to kind of fill all this stuff in. How high am I today? Oh, goodness. There we go. Other languages, yeah, actually actually speak Norwegian of all things. There we go. So this is all great, letting the agency know, because every now and again they might be looking for, I don't know, Norwegian speakers in London with a fire training certificate. So the more time you use here making sure your profile's up to date, the more likely it is you're going to get relevant work. So I actually don't have any tattoos. Always wanted to get one, never got one. Cool. Payment details, don't worry, it's perfectly safe here. It's all SSL protected, so pop in your bank account number and also your sort code. Obviously, if you're in another country, it might ask you for different information there. So pop in that information. I'm just going to put in some fake information for now. And the reason agencies need that is they need to pay you. So when they generate a payment report at the end of the month, it's going to pull out that information so they can effectively pay you. So make sure you do that. I forgot to do emergency contacts. So I'm going to go back there and do that. Pick in obviously my country code. There we go. You can actually, if you don't want to sort of go through that long list, you can actually also just put in the country code like this, and it'll bring it up like that. And put in your telephone number there, and then it's going to obviously check it's a valid number. And then the emergency contact name, so it's my mum. So put your mum's name, not just your mum, Penny. I'm going to put my mum there. You don't need a number 2. We just need, some agencies want 2, some just want 1, but it's always going to make sure you give 1 anyway. Compliance here, this is really important, especially for people in the UK. You're going to have to provide this if you want to work for an agency. So I'm obviously British. Yes, I've got permission to work in the UK. Add your passport number there. No, I don't require a visa. I'm happy to work more than 48 hours, and I don't have a criminal conviction. So pretty easy. I mean, if it's yes, it's going to ask you for details and stuff like that, but make sure you do that section as well. Clicking save there, and as you can see now, I've got pretty much everything green. There's one more, this legal stuff. Agencies might ask you to agree to a contract, so make sure you read that. Click on any links leading you off to other documents they might want you to sort of check. Click agree, and then you see that's pretty much good to go. The only thing I need to do is obviously verify my email address. So if I go into my mail now, I would have obviously received an email. There you go, confirm new email address. So let's go in there, just click the big blue button. There we go. It's just going to make sure we are verifying your email address. There you go. You're back into that account automatically, and you see it's now complete. Our account details, brilliant. And then this invitation, all my items are ready to go. So all I have to do is just confirm my application. So there we go. Now I'm an active member of Workforce. I can start going on the job board, finding relevant work, and getting paid. And make sure you watch the next tutorial, which shows you, how you find relevant work. Hope that's helpful. Yeah, and good luck.